I'm Auntie Anu.
Hi, and I'm Auntie Amy.
Hello, I'm Auntie Mary.
And I'm Auntie Derry.
And I'm Auntie Rita. My sister and my friends are here today at my backyard in Sydney to chew betel nut. So we're here.
Yao masanya, sikit banana, white malagara.
When somebody comes back from Papua New Guinea and they know that she's carrying betel nut, she becomes very popular because she's got the goods that they want, they all want.
All I can think about driving up was betel nut. I was like, Auntie Anu, can you just imagine that there's going to be so much betel nut? I can't, you know, how long have we got to go?
I can chew 5 or 6 in an hour. Maybe I'm a little bit addicted to it.
It's like going out, having a good old drink, you know, having a glass of champagne or wine. So it's the same with the betel nuts. That's our drink.
On your way down. If you chew, especially the soft ones, with the mustard stick and the lime powder, and if you swallow the juice, instead of spitting it out, if you swallow that, that'll make you really high and really sweaty.
You go this a little bit funny in the head.
You might get a little bit high, but not as high as, you know, getting drunk like, you know, someone on a booze.
When I chew betel nut, it sort of just relaxes me, but at the same time, it picks my spirit up.
It's a social thing, and you've got to join in with everybody and makes you feel happy and invigorates you. It's really, really good.
You grow up watching people chew it around you, and the happiness that you see in those people, it makes you happy as well. So you grow up thinking chewing betel nut makes you happy.
It sort of gives me a lot of memories back home. Like, it makes me feel the sense of being back home when I'm really not.
Chewing betel nuts here in Australia is like, you know, something that you grew up with. It's always there as well in this, you know, modern world. You know, it's never gone away. Betel nuts can be cursed, yes. I've heard stories.
If somebody doesn't like me, the betel nut won't be given to me directly. It'll be passed on by somebody else. They'll say, "I'll give this to Rita. It's done something to it. For me to eat that particular betel nut, I eat it and I'll die."
You must always make sure you cover your spit so that no one can pick it up and do magic on it. That's what we believe, or they believe back home.
It goes both ways, either death or love. Say a guy is after this young, beautiful girl and she doesn't like him. And the only thing that he's desperate to try to get her attention or get her to love him is to put a magic on a betel nut.
Sometimes they would come and put that cursed betel nut under your stairs, where you would step over early hours of the morning. And you're the first person to go over the stairways, it will get you. You know, people say she has been cursed by the betel nut.
And she would be in love with that boy. That's how it works.
I came to Australia in 1989 from Port Moresby to Darwin, actually. I'm really happy that, you know, Australia is my new home now.
Sometimes think, oh, maybe if I married that village boy that, you know, we sort of had the eyes when I was young and what would have happened. And probably in the village, scraping coconut, running around collecting firewoods and weeding the garden and harvest the food and all that.
I live in 2 different cultures, and it's a unique way that I enjoy my life. So when I'm in PNG, you know, it's all right to wear merry dresses and walk around, and it's all right to sit on the mat on the floor, and they offer you a chair because you know they know that being in Sydney, you always sit on a chair. And you see other women sitting down and say, "No, that's okay. We'll sit on the floor. We'll sit on the mat with the other ladies and talk."
I used to tell my children that when you go home to the village to visit grandma and grandpa, or your uncles, or your aunts, you are not bigger than them. You are all the same. We are all the same.
That feeling of having a true auntie, so the PNG connection, that makes me happy, and I don't miss Papua New Guinea as much. That I know that I can still have the Papua New Guinea come to me.
We enjoy all our betel nut sessions. You know, we have happy days, put the music on, have betel nut, and we dance and talk.
I think this is the happiest weekend, having, you know, chewed so much betel nut.
Bugatti Walwalunga, Capito Polgarai, Capul and Rock. Bugatti Walwalunga.